Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new here. Today I'm going to be doing a quick reading on advice for your current situation from the higher force. So today I have 3 piles. No crystals today, just wanted to do just basic piles 1, 2, and 3. Please choose which one resonates with you the most. In order to get the best reading, I like to have the energy focused onto each pile. So make sure to just choose which one feels the best for you right now. And this is just going to be advice for your situation just in general. I'm going to be using the I Ching deck and as well as tarot, and I might pull a couple of runes depending on how I feel, okay? So yeah, check the timestamps so that you can find the reading that resonates with you the most. So we have our 3 piles. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Now I'm just going to shuffle the cards. Okay, so starting with pile 1, this is going to be advice for your current situation, doesn't matter what it is. Try to focus your intention on the situation at hand so I can channel the most accurate reading. Try to be very specific with your question and your intention, and I will try to channel it the best I can, okay? So pile 1. What is some advice for their current situation? Just gonna... Okay. Okay. Alright, pile 1, reading from the I Ching deck. The current situation at hand is limitation, water above lake, rain over the lake, respecting limits. The lake is defined by its limitations, it is contained and finite in its dimensions. Water above the lake is limitless, as rain may continue to fall long after the lake's boundaries have flooded over. Kindness depends on respecting the limitations of others and not assuming they can handle whatever one pours forth. Civilization depends on respecting the limits of propriety and social mores. Proceed with care. Interesting. Now, that's your current situation, and then it's moving towards gradual development, which is wood above mountain. A tree on the mountain, right action takes time. Trees do not grow overnight, and a tree on the mountain faces particular challenges of wind and weather. Any expectation of rapid growth is unrealistic, and it is the slowness of a tree's growth that gives it its strength. A great endeavor takes time to gather its resources, influence the people, and plan the right action. High aspirations will be achieved, but only in their proper season. Haste will not further the situation. Okay, so the way I see this is your current situation is that you're facing a sort of limitation that you can't get out of. We have the image of water pouring over the lake, like rain falling over the lake, referring to the limitation of the lake itself, because the water above the lake is limitless and the rain continues to fall even though the lake's boundaries have flooded over. That to me gives me also an image of like your boundaries are being corrupted or changed at this time. It says kindness depends on respecting the limitations of others and not assuming they can handle whatever one pours forth. So this is very like emotional, like this sense of like the rain pouring over the lake and overflowing the lake, and understanding that natural law is about understanding that, you know, like there are certain limitations to what you can handle. I feel like the situation for you is that you're really overwhelmed emotionally, or you are being poured into a lot of emotions, or there's a situation that can't handle your emotions in a way, like your emotions are too intense for certain types of people. There's certain limitations to be able to handle it. There's an image of like a building here, like a temple. I almost feel like it's like you have too much to offer, or you have too much energy that you can't put anywhere because of the limitations around you. So that is the current situation, and what it's moving towards, the gradual development. The tree on the mountain takes time to grow. I feel like this has to do with either a relationship or something regarding like a deep, intimate connection with either a person or thing, or some kind of endeavor, maybe some kind of creative endeavor. Like you might feel like you have too much to offer, or too much to pour out into something, and there's a certain limitation that's kind of like not allowing you to be able to kind of fully express that or fully embody that. And so the advice that the cards are giving you for your situation is to take your time and allow things to gradually develop naturally. Don't try to force anything, because this is the type of situation that's not going to happen overnight. Whatever it is that you're pursuing, or whatever it is that you're involved in right now, it's not something that is going to happen right away. It's something that could take possibly years. This card has like a picture of like a mountain range, and so it reminds me of like hiking on a mountain. Like it really takes time to build up the strength and the stamina and the endurance to be able to overcome this obstacle. And because it's so emotional in nature, and I feel like it's very personal to you, whatever the situation is, it's something that you have to work on by yourself for a long period of time until you start to see results. So I'm going to draw a tarot card to see if there's any more advice that would like to come through for group 1, please. For group 1, any more advice that would like to come through as a clarifier? The Hierophant. I feel like this has to do with your vocation in a lot of ways, and the limitations of the society around you. You're learning a very important lesson right now in terms of like building something substantial and building something that has meaning to you. This is a card of rules and boundaries and authority, but also your own commitment to life. So in this case, I'm saying that if this is the advice for you, the advice is to focus on what you believe in and focus on what you value. Don't try to force anything, and just allow things to kind of develop naturally and develop like systematically as well. Like try to build upon what you've already built before, instead of trying to pour out into something. Just like take all the proper protocols before moving forward, and just make sure to have everything in order and to have a very clear belief system as far as what you're trying to go towards. Okay, group 1, I think I'm going to leave this reading at that. I hope it was helpful for you guys, and leave me a comment if it resonated with you, and I hope to see you guys again in the future for more readings. So talk to you guys later. Bye. Okay, moving to group 2. For group 2, what is some advice for their current situation? Okay, group 2. Okay, group 2, we have the first card is the inner truth. The inner truth card is wind above lake. Wind over the lake, look below the surface. The wind ruffles the still surface of the lake, breaking up its reflection of the sky. Thus, truth is separated from illusion. The lake is not heaven after all. Its depths hold their own truths, which must be explored by going beneath the surface. The wise person does not fear to stir the deep waters in search of inner truth. A life of illusion cannot be maintained forever. Wow. I've never gotten this card before, and it's the first time I'm seeing it. It's the wind above the lake. So it's this image of the wind like pushing the surface of the lake, breaking up the reflection of the sky. So it's like the truth is separated from illusion. It's like this movement that it's like you've been looking at this image that's been an illusion. It's not really what you think it is. And so the depth of the lake holds its own truth, and it must be explored by going beneath the surface. You shouldn't be afraid of stirring the deep waters in search of the inner truth. A life of illusion cannot be maintained. So the situation, I feel like for you, is that there is some kind of clearing that's happening in terms of a situation in your life where the truth is being revealed, that it's actually a lot deeper and a lot more complex and a lot more profound than you thought it was. Because the difference, like if you were looking at the lake thinking that it was the sky, you know, the sky is limitless in its own way, but the lake, when you realize that you've actually been looking at a lake, you know, it's actually so much deeper and so much profound than the sky ever will be. And so I feel like there is some kind of illusion that's been recently shattered for you or recently revealed to you, and your situation is about uncovering how deep that really goes. So this is really interesting. Number 45, that's the gathering together. So that it moves towards lake above earth, the gathering together. So the lake upon the earth, the vessel of community. Water running freely over the earth does not attain the depth of the lake with its constraints. Whoa, I'm going to read it again. Water running freely over the earth does not attain the depth of the lake with its constraints. In the same way, people are stronger when they are gathered together within the vessel of community. A shared history adds depth to their connection, and they are unified through the honoring of ancestors and traditions. Such a spiritual life cannot be easily dissolved. So notice how first we had, what was it? Where's it? 61. So first we had wind above the lake, and then we have lake over the earth. So what I'm seeing is that the thing that has been revealed to you, whatever that may be, it's a lot, it leads you towards this sense of community, or like this gathering of other people that have something in common or that share that. So it's saying like the lake is representing like people or connections with people, relationships. And so there's something about yourself or about something that you thought about a relationship or others that has been revealed to you that brings you closer to other people that have that in common. And the advice I would say is almost to keep going beneath the surface. Don't stay in the shocked state of the change of like what has been revealed to you. Keep moving under the surface. I feel like there's something that hasn't been revealed to you yet. This is really interesting. The shared history adds depth to your connection with the other people. You're unified through the honoring of ancestors and traditions. I don't know why I'm getting for this group almost like a revelation of like where you're from, or like your family or something. Let's see if we can get any clarity that wants to come through with the tarot. Group 2, please. Is there any clarity that would like to come through regarding this reading for them about what is being revealed? The Magician and the Four of Swords. I feel like it's very vague, but there is something here about some kind of like manifestation of some kind, something revealing itself regarding yourself, becoming aware of something. And the Four of Swords, it's almost like it's a very painful truth to realize. Let's see, how can I... Maybe I'll draw a rune. So for group number 2, please, is there any clarity that would like to come through? I forgot what this one was. I think it was the torch. Let me just see if I can get it here. Yeah, this one was the torch. The torch. Let me see if I can tap into this. I feel like there is something that's yet to be revealed, and so that's why I'm having difficulty with this one, because the torch to me reminds me of an inner light that cannot be extinguished, and it pushes you forward. And so there's a sense of like depth, there's a sense of like abysmal type of darkness when it comes to this one, with the wind blowing over the lake. This kind of like revealing of something over time, of maybe the way that a person is, or a situation where you're being led towards a new type of experience, or a new group of people, or like a new place where you're being guided by like an inner light, but you're not aware of it yet, because it still has to be revealed to you because of the darkness, you know? And if the Magician is coming in with the Four of Swords, I feel like this has to do with yourself and a talent that you have, or like an ability that you have, or maybe even a psychic ability where you have more power than you think or you thought you did. It's almost like this situation where somebody is in the wrong environment their whole lives, and then suddenly something is revealed to them that it's like you've been trying to use your powers for something that has been a lie, and you're being kind of led to a situation where you're going to find other people that share that, but it's beneath this psychological surface. You still need to like penetrate this certain depth in order to be led towards this. With the Four of Swords, it's almost like this is something that you've been sleeping on. Like this is something that you haven't been aware of, or you haven't wanted to become aware of, possibly because of the pain that it might cause yourself or others around you. I know that that sounds very vague, but I think that this is channeled for like a specific person or specific people where you have certain abilities or you have certain kind of potentials that are unrealized because of the illusion that has been like put over your life. It's a very, very complex situation, and it comes from this inner light that it hasn't been extinguished, but it has been suppressed, and it has been like veiled over in secrecy out of a form of self-protection. And I feel like it's very psychological in nature. I feel like it's very like out of survival that this had to happen. But what the cards and what the higher force is kind of pushing you towards as far as advice is to allow yourself to see things clearly for what they really are. Like don't close your eyes. Look at how the magician here is like, he has 4 eyes and he has 2 eyes closed and 2 eyes open, but they're equally open and closed. You know what I'm saying? Like it's almost like he's balanced. So he has this sort of wisdom where he knows when to use his powers and he knows when to not use his powers, right? And so if you're like in a situation where using magical powers or using a certain ability is dangerous, you have to learn how to develop that second vision, that second sight, so that you can use it to your advantage without being kind of outed or something. Still, though, it's something that has to be revealed to you, and it's something that will lead you to a new group of people, possibly who all share the same type of ability as yourself. So I know that that is kind of sounds kind of crazy, to be honest, but it's real, and the cards never lie. I still haven't gotten a wrong reading yet, so be aware of this. That's all I have to say. Okay, I hope this was helpful for you guys. Group 2, this is a very interesting spread, and I hope that everything works out for you guys. Leave me a comment, by the way, if you guys think that this resonated with you, if it feels like it kind of like you're vibing, like you feel this kind of situation in any way. I'd be really interested to know what your situation is about and where that's going to lead you. Okay, group 2, so I think I'm just going to leave this at that. Hope it was helpful, and hope to see you guys again soon. So bye. Okay, let's go towards group 3. Okay, group 3. What is some advice for their current situation? Okay, that was good enough. Group 3, the first card that came up for you is Exhaustion, Lake Above Water. Water abandons the lake, spiritual exhaustion. Water has drained away from the lake, leaving it dry and barren. In human life, character is proven in times of adversity, when it seems like all joy has drained from life. Maintaining hope and good cheer under hard circumstances can bring exhaustion of spirit. That one's for me. No, I'm just kidding. When fate is unkind, care must be taken to replenish what has been used up. One must remain true to oneself. So the current situation that I'm seeing for you guys, group 3, is this the image is literally evaporation. Water abandons the lake, so that inner water is like the life force, you know, the water of life or whatever. And it's like barren. It's like a desert. The water has evaporated. It says character is proven in times of adversity when it seems like all joy is drained from life. Maintaining hope and good cheer under hard circumstances can bring exhaustion of spirit. Isn't that so true? Gee, like, oh my God, that's so true. Like, it's so difficult to be happy when your life is miserable. When fate is unkind, care must be taken to replenish what has been used up. One must remain true to oneself. So I'm seeing like something has happened in your life where you've been drained of your energy, whether that's through work or through other people or through just the situations of life. You're going through a situation of adversity. And I feel like the cards are saying, or like the higher force is saying, give yourself permission to kind of just be tired, you know? Like, give yourself permission to just rest and regenerate. That's at least the situation at hand. What it's moving towards is, let me see here. So what it's moving towards is dispersion. So we have more water. Wind above water. Wind over water, obstacles gently dispersed. In spring, warm breezes blow across frozen waters and awaken them to movement again. Winds blow over stagnant summer marshes, freshening and freeing them to encourage growth. In every season, the prevailing winds act upon the waters to disperse inertia and coax them into liveliness. When one wants to motivate others, subtle persuasion may be more effective than brute force. So it's almost like there's something in your life that is frozen over. It's almost like it's like a desert, but it's also frozen. Because what's happening here is that what it's moving towards is that you're going to feel movement again in your life, emotionally speaking. Like, it says, in every season the prevailing winds act upon the waters to disperse inertia. So I feel like it's a situation of depression, or like feeling stuck, feeling like you've been drained, because there's been a situation that has like drained you of your energy. And what it's moving towards is that there's going to be an outside force or an outside situation that kind of gets things moving again where they have been stuck. I feel like this sense of like stagnant energy within you, where there's a sense of being depressed, or a sense of being motionless, or a sense of not going anywhere. But there's something hidden from you that will be moved and pushed forward through some kind of external situation, some kind of movement, some kind of change. And the advice I would say is to just let things kind of run their course. Just let things kind of run their course, because it's going to happen externally. There's really nothing that you can do right now other than to just rest, to regain your strength. And so I feel like with depression, for example, this is something huge. It's like, if you're the type of person who you don't allow yourself to be depressed because you feel like you have to do things, then you're stuck in a cycle of like overdoing. And sometimes it's easier to just surrender to it and just let it all go and be like, you know what, I'm not going to achieve it, I'm not going to do anything. And just kind of let it go and let yourself be in a negative place. Like, let yourself accept your exhaustion in a way, because it always, like, you're never really going to be stuck. There's a change in the season that's always going to happen, and so there's always going to be that change. And so there's something that, like, the cards are really saying here, like, in just letting yourself let go, and just letting yourself fail or letting yourself rest, that will bring about the movement. But if you keep trying to push against it and keep trying to find energy, or keep trying to give energy that you don't have, you're just going to exhaust yourself even more and deplete yourself even more. You have to kind of have this sense of energy personal energy stored so that it can be moving, you know, and you can only gain that energy through rest. So let's see if the cards have any advice for group 3, please. Yeah, that's literally what I was saying. Do you guys see how the cards are always spot on? The Hangman. It's saying literally just surrender. This is the game changer, and this is something that I realized recently, that it's like you can't control anything. Like seriously, anything that you think that you have control over, you don't. And so the cards are really just saying, just let yourself go. Literally, just let it go. Let yourself go. Stop trying to fight it. Stop trying to resist against it. Just let it go, because things are going to start moving again. I'm not sure when. This is a sign of spring, so it could be very soon. But either way, like, you just have to accept where you are. So it can't be any clearer than that, group 3. Leave me a comment if this resonated with you, if you like this kind of reading. I'd be happy to hear from you guys. So group 3, thank you for watching the video, and I hope to see you guys again soon for more tarot readings. Okay, take care, you guys, and talk to you guys later. Bye.